Hi, I'm Bob Dorf, and I'd really love to speak at this year's Lean Startup Conference. I've founded 7 companies over 30 years and then invested in about 30 more, wrote the Startup Owner's Manual with Steve Blank, but more important, I see and coach about 200 startups a year. And I don't want to be the Grinch of the conference, but in all the excitement, we forget that 97% of startups built to scale fail. And while we're all excited about lean, too many startups are too busy, too rushed, too flabby for lean. And that's what I'd like to talk about. Building a great startup is really hard. It's hard work. There are no shortcuts. Lean is not a shortcut. It's a methodology for building smarter. So I'm here to recount some of the best flabby excuses I've heard from hundreds of startups all over the world about why they're too busy, too flabby, or too much of a hurry to do lean. And I've heard quite a few just in the past few months alone, and I'd like to give you some insight into 10 or 12 of those and sort of debunk the reasons for skipping those important steps and encourage people to focus on really testing and putting the methodology to work. For example, my favorite of all, a young entrepreneur who's racing through his presentation on how well he's doing in his incubator, talking about his channel strategy and his pricing strategy, but he skips right over product market fit. And I said, well, how can you skip that? It's the heart of what makes your business a business. And he said, well, I have to keep up with the program and I can't afford to lose time. Shoot the man, strangle him. Then there's the great MVP excuse. It's too hard to build and everybody tells me they really want the product, so I can skip the MVP and just go right to work. There are so many ways to take a bite out of your business and to make a piece of the MVP. Prove some, not necessarily all, of the elements of why your product resonates with customers. The very simplest, prove that there's demand for what you're doing. Get real clear focus on the level of demand, the level of customer enthusiasm. Or prove your ability to drive customers to your landing page or to your buy page long before you've even begun to build the product. Test your ability to get customers. Test the theoretical performance metrics of your website. If you say you're going to double your visitors every month, what's the matter with next month? Why can't you do it next month? And test the channel. Will the channel really buy it? What will they buy it for? Will they promote it? Will they sell it preferentially? And at what long-term cost to your startup? The very first thing all of us have to take the time to test is the magnitude of the problem we're solving or the need that we're filling. Is it a frequent, urgent need or a once-a-year need? Is a serious hair-on-fire kind of a problem. This can be tested exquisitely and accurately, can give you a good reading on whether your startup is chasing a business at all. So being a charming, entertaining, somewhat off-color guy, nowhere close to Dave McClure, I would do this through a series of stories, some of which you've gotten a little bit of a taste of already. So I hope to see you in San Francisco in December. Thanks very much.